Historic, grand, unexpected. The Danish royal court shines tonight. Yet the spotlight is not on Queen Margrethe alone. It falls on Spain's future queen, Princess Leonor, stepping onto Danish soil, welcomed by Europe's longest reigning monarch. Two worlds collide, but this is no ordinary reception. This is history unfolding before our eyes. The palace doors opened, but so did centuries of tradition. The Danish guards, in crisp blue and bearskin hats, stood tall as Princess Leonor descended from her car. Cameras flashed, the autumn evening air caught her hair, and yet, the world seemed to pause. Why Denmark? Why now? Why Leonor? The answers would come, but not all at once. Queen Margrethe II of Denmark, regal and steady, stretched out her hand. The two women, separated by generations, united by duty, clasped hands. It was more than a handshake. It was a symbol, a bridge between monarchies, a gesture heavy with meaning. And in that moment, Denmark whispered to Spain, "We see your future queen. We welcome her." But beneath the grandeur, whispers stirred. This was not protocol. This was not routine. For a young crown princess to be received so warmly by another reigning monarch was rare, almost unheard of. Why would Queen Margrethe herself extend this welcome? Was it politics, family bonds, or a subtle nod to alliances shaping quietly in Europe's royal sphere? The public saw smiles, warmth, tradition, but behind palace walls, questions lingered. Would this visit reshape Leonor's path? Was this an early sign of Denmark acknowledging Spain's rising queen to be as an equal? To understand the weight of this arrival, we must step back. Leonor of Spain, born October 31, 2005, eldest daughter of King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia. From birth, her destiny was sealed. Future Queen of Spain. Yet Leonor has always carried her role with grace, far beyond her years. Military training, education at UWC Atlantic in Wales, and now, poised on the world stage. And Denmark, a kingdom older than most modern states, with Queen Margrethe II, respected, seasoned, beloved. She has guided her nation since 1972. She has seen Europe change, watched monarchies fall, and upheld her throne with dignity. For her to welcome Leonor with such personal care sends a message: Spain's crown is steady. Leonor is ready. As Leonor entered Amalienburg Palace, the chandeliers lit the marble halls in golden tones. The Spanish anthem played, echoing across courtyards lined with flags of both nations. It was more than ceremony. It was affirmation. A young princess, still studying, still growing, recognized as more than just her title. Recognized as the embodiment of Spain's future. But why Denmark? Why now? The curiosity only deepens. Europe's monarchies are more than pageantry, they are silent diplomats, guardians of cultural continuity. Leonor's arrival in Copenhagen could signify Spain's intent to strengthen ties in Scandinavia. Was this political maneuvering? Or something more personal? Consider the quiet connections. Queen Margrethe is godmother to King Felipe VI. The Spanish and Danish royals have long shared bonds, woven through generations of marriages, christenings, and funerals. When Margrethe looks at Leonor, she does not see a stranger. She sees continuity. She sees family. Yet, even with this family thread, the scene carried weight. Leonor's poised steps through the palace corridors were studied carefully. Every glance, every smile, every bow, all scrutinized by cameras, by press, by royal watchers across the globe. She is not yet queen. But tonight, she walked as one. Still, beneath the elegance, tension lingered. Not everyone in Spain embraces Leonor's destiny without question. Inside her own nation, debates rage: monarchy versus republic, tradition versus progress. Was this visit designed to fortify her image abroad, to show the world that Leonor is not just Spain's heir but a European figure of stability? The dinner that followed glittered with formality. Gold-rimmed plates, crystal glasses, and dishes blending Danish and Spanish flavors. Yet, even here, symbolism reigned. Margrethe raised her glass, her eyes locking with Leonor's. A toast not just to friendship, but to the future. To strength, to wisdom, to youth, she said. And Leonor replied with steady grace, her voice calm but firm, thanking Denmark for its warmth, speaking of unity, of shared destiny. But the undercurrent ran deeper. Could this be a subtle preparation for a future alliance? Speculation rose quickly. Some whispered of royal matchmaking. Others dismissed it as protocol. Yet the whispers did not fade. Was Leonor's presence in Denmark also a nod toward the possibility of European dynasties interweaving once more, in an age where royal marriages still carry weight? The world watched. Analysts dissected. And yet, amid the speculation, one truth was clear: Leonor was stepping into her role with conviction. As the night wore on, the young princess shared private time with Margrethe. No cameras, no microphones. Just two royals, one seasoned, one beginning. What advice did the Danish queen give? What words of wisdom passed quietly through the candlelit air? We may never know, but those moments matter. Guidance from Europe's longest-serving monarch to Europe's youngest heir. A transfer of insight. A passing of invisible torches. Back in Spain, reactions were mixed. Some saw pride. Their princess, glowing on the international stage. Others raised eyebrows, questioning costs, symbolism, and timing. Yet the undeniable fact remained: Leonor's visit to Denmark captured global attention. She was no longer just a Spanish story. She was now a European one. And as dawn approached, the meaning grew clearer. This was not simply about Denmark. It was about Europe's royal landscape shifting. With Elizabeth II gone, with Margrethe aging, with Felipe carrying Spain into modern times, the eyes of monarchists and republicans alike now fall on the next generation. And Leonor is at the center of it all. Her arrival in Copenhagen was not a fleeting trip. It was a marker, a signpost, that she is ready, being recognized, and already shaping how Europe perceives the Spanish crown. And so the question lingers: was this just a visit? Or was it the beginning of something far greater? A reweaving of Europe's royal web, with Leonor poised as a pivotal thread. History will answer. But for now, one image remains burned into memory: the firm handshake, the warm smiles, the golden glow of a Muhlenberg palace, and the sight of a young princess standing tall, welcomed not as a guest, but as a queen in waiting. And so we close the night on this truth. Leonor has arrived. Not just in Denmark. Not just in Copenhagen. But on the stage of history. The world will not forget.